Hey friends, Martyupnorth coming at you from inside my house. I wish I could be outside doing this video, but it's a little too cold today, and in the winter it's hard to get the lighting conditions just right. As you saw from the title, this video is about walking sticks, and the reason I'm doing a video on walking sticks is because a company called High Stream Gear reached out to me recently and sent me 2 sets of walking sticks. So before I review their walking sticks, I just want to talk about walking sticks in general. So in front of me here I have 2 models of the original walking stick. Now I'm being a little sarcastic, but you know, prior to synthetic manufactured sticks, people just cut a piece of wood, carved it any way they wanted, and made themselves a walking stick. So for years, that's all I used myself personally, was a nice piece of wood as a walking stick. You know, you can shape them round the way you like them, and they're actually pretty solid. If you break one, you make another one, but you can use them to move embers in the fire. You could perhaps defend yourself with it, use it to walk across creeks, the standard thing. So you could, you know, before man-made synthetic walking sticks, we had wood. Now, the original walking sticks after that, I think, would have been ski poles. And I don't have ski poles because I don't ski, but you know, when you think of a ski pole, you're thinking of about a 4-foot piece of aluminum or bamboo or something like that. And those were the original walking sticks that were used by hikers. After that were ski poles. Then after ski poles came things like these, and so I want to show a couple of models. So here's a very typical walking stick, and this one is collapsible. So the advantage of these so ski poles were not collapsible, but after ski poles we started realizing that if we made a collapsible walking stick, when you weren't using it, you could put it on the side of your pack, but also more importantly, you could adjust it on the fly on the trail to suit different conditions. Now this one adjusts by screwing in and out. So when you tighten it, now it doesn't collapse, and when I loosen it, it collapses. Now this one's been worn out a bit, and I'll show the mechanism real quick. So the mechanism on one of these things is a rubber stopper, and when you're tightening it, the rubber stopper gets compressed, and as it's compressed, it expands out in the tube, and that's where you get the friction to keep it from moving on you. So what happens with these kinds of poles is over time they start to fail because the rubber stopper gets so worn out that no matter how much you squeeze it, you can't get it tight. So that was the first evolution of collapsible sticks. Then after that, again, this is a different model. It's also collapsible, but this one had an added feature in that you can't see it. You can see it if I do this with it. This one had a spring built into it. So just a neat feature. The spring was there as a way to absorb shock. Now, a great evolution in the collapsible poles was what I call the cantilever mechanism. And the way this mechanism works is there's a pin there, or a screw, and there's a lever that has a rounded shape, and when you snap it closed, it squeezes from the outside around the pole instead of having a stopper on the inside that increases. So same idea, easily adjusted, and then you just snap that cantilever and it stays in place where you want. So there's your basic collapsible walking pole. Telescopic walking pole. And then of course another kind of pole that came along are these collapsible ones. And so this one is the model that High Stream just sent me. The way you do it is you open it up, snap the pieces together, and pull until it snaps in place. Actually, where it opened up here is the cantilever was loose, and I'll talk about that. But this one is not telescopic, but it is collapsible, I'm not a big fan of these ones because they have less adjustment. So the only adjustment on this model is about right here, about 8 inches of adjustment, which is okay. Whereas on a typical, on a telescoping one like this, I have 8 inches on this one and another 8 or 9. So I have a full foot of adjustment. The reason I'm doing a video right now is because this company called High Stream Gear out of the US, another one of these internet companies that sell mostly through Amazon, reached out to me and asked if I would accept some of their walking sticks and do a quick review, and I agreed. So full disclosure, did not pay for these. Now they asked me what kind I wanted, and I was very clear to them that I do prefer collapsibles, but they went ahead and sent me 2 different models. So the first one I'll show you is they actually have a folding model. Now folding sticks, actually very nice setup. So when you buy this, you get a loop for your belt, so you can carry it on your belt or on the side of your pack. Get a nice pouch, and then you get the walking stick with a couple of attachments. So in this case, it comes with a combination sort of mud, snow tip, and it comes with a rubber tip if you're walking on pavement or something else and you don't want your carbide exposed. So these kinds of sticks, the way they work, so this is collapsible, gets real short, and the way it works is you pull out this section, put it in there, and then if I pull out just enough, there's a snap right there. So it takes a couple of seconds and you have you've assembled your stick. Now it also has the best of both worlds, because it has this point here, a top section that does slide up and down. So let me step aside here and show you. This walking stick, I would say, is going to be a little bit too long for me, and they do come in different sizes, but this one is a little bit too long. I like mine a little bit shorter, and even with the sliding, it's too long. But now if you look at this, if you were I'm only 5'8", I'm a short little Frenchman. If you're 6 foot, this is probably the length for you. I should have told them when they sent me the sticks, I should have told them my height, because I'm sure they come in different heights. But and these sticks have a beautiful cork handle, which is very comfortable, and trust me, it's super lightweight. I'll put the specs on the video afterwards. I just want to show, if you're going in winter, which I'm going this weekend, you can remove this cap, and by simply screwing this on, suddenly you have a snow basket on there. So I'll put the specs and the model number for this, but I just want to do a quick first impression. Very well built, made of aluminum, adjustable, folding. Here, let me just take it apart real quick. So to take it apart, if you're in the field, again, you pull it out slightly, you press on that button, you collapse it, you disassemble like that. Actually, if you're going to put it back in the bag, you probably remove. Is there something in the bottom of the bag? No. Put that on there. Put this in the bag. I should have put that on the top. And there you go. And then the second one they sent me, I know, because is a more conventional telescoping one. So it comes, the set comes in a pouch. There's 2 sticks. This one is more, I haven't opened them before. Similar, actually the handle looks virtually identical. These are made of a carbon fiber, and I'm just going to cut off these attachments before we get going too far. All right, I took apart all the factory clips and things like that. So they come with a nice set of, this is the kind of stuff I always throw this out. I mean, you're going to lose this on the trail or somewhere else. But Wow. Okay, now that's gorgeous. I like the color, carbon fiber, and the binding mechanism looks absolutely stellar. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Instantly adjust to the height that you want. So this is the height that I typically carry at. I like my hand just cupping on top, and then I'll be able to mount the camera on this one. But just to show you, you get to a creek and suddenly you want to go to the maximum length. Usually there's a warning, there's a stop right there. So if I go to the maximum length because I'm going to walk across a log and I want to be able to balance on the log and reach the bottom of the water, I can go maximum length on this thing. But like I said, I typically carry them about a little bit shorter than that. Right there, that's how I like it. Fantastic. So in the bag it came with two more heads. So now you have quite the variety. So if I take off this tip, I got my mountain scree slope carbide tip. Actually, the carbide tip has you can see on some of my other ones. Let me show you an example. This is what it looks like after years of usage. It's all rounded. Just slip on if you're walking on pavement, or maybe you're walking inside a mall because you're going for a walk around the mall, or you're using it for whatever purpose. So you got a little booty like that. If you're going in mud, this is typically a mud attachment. And it just prevents it. The reason that's called a mud attachment is that it just prevents your pole from sinking way too deep. So when you're in mud, it will sink. Or if you're walking in muskeg like we do, it gives you it stops the pole from sinking a little too deep. And then of course the classic snow baskets. So I'm going this week. I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'm gonna go and we're snowshoeing. So I'm gonna bring two of these. I'm gonna bring these two bad boys tomorrow, and then I'll be using them on the trail for a portion of the next few trips, and I'll give you some follow-up feedback on these things. But at first look, it looks like High Stream makes a really nice product. Actually, I like this one. This one I like. All right, I almost forgot to talk about this. I want to mention just one thing. So this is a carbon fiber pole. So the other poles I've had were wood or aluminum, or like I talked about, bamboo. But one thing about carbon fiber is extremely strong and extremely lightweight. So it has excellent properties for this kind of application. And one of the things as an engineer I can tell you, carbon fiber is very strong in compression. So when you're pushing on it, it's not going to break, or not easily. You will eventually reach a breaking point. Where it is a little bit weaker though is on its tension, so on the bending moments like this. But I did try and bend this one, and it's got a lot of stiffness to it. So, but I just wanted to point that out. So carbon fiber is an excellent. That's why this is so light and so strong, because it's made of carbon fiber. All right, look at the beautiful scenery behind me. I'm at Glacier Lake. So came in a couple of days ago and walked in with this High Stream Gear walking pole. This one is the GX carbon fiber, so super lightweight, beautiful cork handle, and then a lower grip that can be used in some circumstances. So really comfortable. I mean, I typically walk with it holding it on top like this because I have a camera mounted on there. This one is telescoping, so very easy to adjust on the fly, and I can vouch that the adjustments are actually quite simple. If it starts to loosen on you, you can tighten this a little bit, which makes the cantilever a little tighter. And let me just demonstrate. So if I put it out, tighten it just a wee bit, close it, and I can put a lot of pressure on it and it didn't collapse on itself. So then you got the graduations on there, so you can put it, the height, so you can, if you have
preferred height, you can go back to it quite easily. You don't have to fool around, and you can easily adjust the two sticks to the same height. And then the interchangeable accessory baskets on the end. So because we had snow on the way in, I have the snow basket on there. Totally straightforward. There you go. So great walking stick. Solid. All
right, I just want to show you some details up close real quick. So there's the handle made of cork, got a strap, easy to pull on this and adjust the length of the strap. And then as I move on down, there's this section also for added flexibility in how you hold it. So you can hold it here or you can hold it there. And then some details of the carbon fiber. And then you get to the I call these cantilevers. So the way they they open up, like you open them up like that, and then you can pull out, and then you close, and then they tighten. And if these get loose for whatever reason, you can open it, turn this screw a little bit, and then you get a little more pressure next time you screw it in. I'll open it up, extend, and then go across. A second cantilever near the bottom. Open that one. And then tighten it. And then you get to the very tip. Try and show you the details. It's a carbide tip with the threaded end. And you have different attachments. So here's the mud basket that you can just screw on and screw off. So you got the mud basket, you get the snow basket, same thing, goes on quickly, comes off. Whoop, I used that one this weekend. And then you have this one for storage, but also for gives you a blunt, a grippy surface if you're going in a mall or on a paved somewhere. And then this interesting foot, very grippy again. In some circumstances, I've never used one like that. I'm not sure when that would be the appropriate one, but anyways, there you go. So very well built, beautiful in fact. And everybody who saw me using these this weekend immediately knew that I was using a new stick and commented. Everybody picked them up, thought they were absolutely gorgeous, lightweight, and very happy with them. Do the same quick review with the collapsible one. Take it out. Extend them. Hard to do when you're peering over the camera. Sorry. I'll show you at this end. Open that up. Once it's all in, then it's a matter of pulling until that pops out. There you go. And then there is a second, so you have a fixed length. There you go. The tip, carbide tip, same thread, except these ones are aluminum. And then there is some ability to do some adjustment, not too much, but some. You get about 8 inches of adjustment. And again, the identical handle as the other ones. There you go. All right, so that was a quick review of High Stream Gears, the TX aluminum 7075 foldable trekking pole. And then the other one I reviewed is the GX carbon fiber telescopic trekking pole. So I'll put some details in the comment, or not in the comment, in the description section. A very fast review at home, and I did use them on the trail. So I went to Glacier Lake this weekend with the poles, and the carbon fiber one performed fantastic. Had no issues whatsoever. Put lots of weights on it. It didn't collapse. Attached my camera to it. Used it like I always do, and as I mentioned in the video, everybody noticed immediately that I had new walking sticks, and everybody tried them out, picked them up. They liked them. They're super lightweight. I'll be using them for sure. I would never, even though they were free and sent to me, I would not endorse them if they didn't perform well. That was my out of the box impression. Now I'm going to use them for the next few months, and I'll do a follow-up review sometime next year. Cheers, everyone.